Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You might be wondering, where's Abel at? I don't know if you're wondering where Jose is, but he's not here either. Basically, life came at us. Um, Abel had like a medical, I don't want to say emergency, but just like a situation, you know. Like he's doing okay, he's fine for now that we know of. So thoughts and prayers out to Abel. Make sure he's okay with this health concern of his. Jose, he just has some business to attend to, um, as usual, you know. So it's just me this week. Um, you know, fuck it. We gonna see what happens. Real quick, um, I did have something planned, something cool planned, something maybe kind of weird planned. I'm gonna save that probably for next week when Jose and or Abel can be here with me. So it's gonna be like not even like a full episode for real. Like I don't want to call this what Council of Geniuses number 11 or 10. Yeah, I don't want to call this Council of Geniuses number 10 because it's not really. It'd be like I think it's more of like a 9.5. You know, you might be seeing this, it might have a different title. This could be a series, this could be a one-off, this could be like an emergency backup. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just some stuff that I wanted to, clear up because obviously it does look different. I don't got my associates, my brothers, my business partners with me today. Back in middle school, um, I had this friend. I am shielding his identity, and he's being referred to as Malcolm. If you watch episode 2, it's Malcolm. Malcolm the hair placer, right? If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it so you know what I'm talking about. But I have some more stories from that time period of my life. So basically, back in I want to say eighth grade. Back in eighth grade, I might be identifiable. Back in eighth grade, in one of my classes, I want to say which one because somebody might put two and two together. Some real internet detectives out there might be like, man, I wonder who this guy is. And they might figure it out. So back in middle school, in one of my classes, I think this was like eighth grade or seventh grade. The teacher, she was chill. She'd be like, "Oh, yeah, we're just doing work, or we're just, if I'm not lecturing, you guys can bring your earbuds or your headphones or whatever." This is before AirPods. This would have been like a long time ago now. If it's middle school, it's probably like 10 years. Nah, I think that's too long. Like eight, probably. Like 8 years ago, seven maybe. Just before AirPods, I think it was. It was like, yeah, I can listen to music or do whatever as long as you're, not disturbing nobody. If you have them in, don't put them too loud, normal rules. All right. So she was cool. And so this blessed day, cursed day, maybe, depends how you look at it. Um, I had forgot mine. I forgot them at home. I took them out for something and they just weren't in my bag. So I sat next to my buddy Malcolm, and I go like, "Hey, bro, I forgot mine." And he's like, "Oh, like we could share my earbuds." And I was like, "All right, bet," because we had similar music tastes at the time. I don't think we do anymore. I've expanded my musical tastes beyond that. I don't. It was Eminem. We like Eminem at the time. It was like middle school, like 13, 14 years old. I was huge in Eminem. He was huge in Eminem. I don't really listen to Eminem no more. But at the time I did. I was super big into him. And he's like, yeah, I'll just put some Eminem on and we can listen to that. And I was like, I appreciate it, bro, because I don't want to be the only kid sitting there listening to background noise, listening to the pencils moving on the paper, you know. And so we're just chilling, listening to Eminem, and I swear to God, I swear to Allah, I swear to Buddha, whatever you believe in, I swear to him. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this came up. But he goes, "Hey bro, what if we listen to, am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know. What if we listen to adult films?" And I was like, "Hey, listen, man, it's your phone, it's your business. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your phone." And he's like, "All right." That's all he wanted to hear. Like, as long as he didn't hear a no, he was like on demon time. He was going goblin mode as long as he didn't hear a straight up no. So he goes to the hub, the orange site. You may know what it is. You may not know what it is. And I don't know what he looked up. If he looked up anything, if he just clicked the first video or one he thought was cool. It was a it was a real feminine scene, real feminine film, for lack of a better word. I don't want to get too vulgar, too graphic, because I think I have family that watch this. Um, so it was a real feminine film that my buddy Malcolm queued up, and we're just there. I'm reading a book or whatever the assignment was that day, and he's finding the video, and he puts the phone in his pocket. We're not even watching it. We're just listening to the audio. So it was like a full film because it had like if you've ever seen an adult film, I haven't. This is just what I know, you know. Um, so it had like the setting the scene stuff. It had like dialogue because they just don't go straight into action, or that's what I've been told, anyways. Um, they gotta set it up. They gotta, ease you into it. Like, oh, why is this happening in universe? They need like some lore, some exposition. Um, and he's like, man, this part's real boring. I'm gonna skip forward to the fucking. And I was like, all right, bro. I just didn't want to do my work quietly, I guess. I probably should have said no. Uh, so he skips forward to the action, the wrestling, and we're just there sitting there doing our work, bro, with his phone in his pocket, and there's just straight moaning in our ears, bro. There's just straight moaning in our ears, man. And and I had like I had enough of it, bro. It was like 10 seconds of it, and I was like, hey, bro, like this is kind of weird. You just put music, bro. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And he just closed it and he put music again. I don't know. I don't think he agreed with me. Like, I don't think it's a sentiment he had originally. I think he just did it because I said I had a problem with it. That's my head canon. That's what I think. Because I think if I hadn't said anything, he would have let the video play out the whole period, bro. That's what I think. You know. I'm not gonna ask him about it. I don't think we've ever talked about it. Like after that, I don't think I know him still, and I knew him, from then to now. And I've never asked him. I don't think I ever plan on asking him about it. I might ask him about it actually, but I hadn't asked him about it, so I don't know what was going on. I was just like, bro, this is happening. I gotta put a stop to it. 'Cause this is weird. It's weird. uh, and then in that same class, actually, I had another friend. His name, we're gonna call him. We're, we're gonna call him William. We're gonna call him William. And I think about William, he was just a real, just real horny, I guess. I don't know, lack of a better word. He was just real horny, bro. Like I remember this fool. This is all alleged. I don't know. I was told that in another class that he was in, he'd be in class just choking the chicken. He'd be in class, you know, unwrapping the Slim Jim. Uh, and that when he was finished, you know, the chicken was fully choked. The remains that he would just leave them inside the desk. Because I don't know if you remember these or if you even had these at all. Um, but we had the desk where, like, obviously it's like the table, and under it you had like a little compartment to put like books and to put stuff in there, like a cubby, like a shelf. I don't know what it's called, but it was under there. At least in some classes we did. In that class they did, and I was told that he would just like leave his you know, just in there. I don't know. I didn't have the class at all. Like I didn't even have that teacher a different period or nothing. This is just what I've been told from numerous sources. So I guess it's true. It could be true, right? Could be fake. Um, yeah, that's what I was told. And he was in the class with us, with me and Malcolm. Malcolm and I gotta be proper with my grammar. With Malcolm and I. So just one day, bro. It's obviously a different day. He's doing his thing, bro, in the class, and I was reading a book. I think at the time we were reading Enrique's Journey. Yeah, if y'all read Enrique's Journey, it's the book about the the youth from Honduras. He's from Honduras, and he tries to cross into the U.S. This has nothing to do with story. Uh, we're reading Enrique's Journey, and he's not reading. You know, he is not reading, and he's the chicken. He got the chicken like that. He got the chicken in a chokehold. Uh, and he has the products in the palm of his hand, just like this. And he's like, "Hey, bruh, look at this product all up in his hand." And I was like, "Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know? I don't know how I'd react to that now." And this was middle school. I was like 12 probably or 13. I don't know how old you are in middle school. Like 13 probably. And I was like, "What?" And I remember, bro, he was showing everybody, bro. He was like, "Yo, look at this." Like if it was show and tell, bro. Cause we sat in like desk clumps, so it was like 6 people. We only had like I think four. Um, and he's just showing everybody, bro. He's like, "Here, look, yo, bro, look at this." And we're all like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro?" And he got it, bro. And he smacked somebody with it on the face. It wasn't me though. That makes it sound like it was me, but I swear it wasn't me. He smacked the kid next to him in the face, bro, and he just had his kids on him, bro. He had his kids all over his cheek, bro. I don't know if he smacked him or just caressed him, bro. But he touched it with the hand. He contact was made, right? Man, I don't know how you didn't sock him, bro. I don't know how you didn't like beat him up. He might have socked him, but he didn't like react accordingly, you know. I remember the same kid, William. I almost forgot the fake name. I almost called him by the real one. This kid William. This was I think earlier. This might have been like sixth grade. And at the time, we were super into Clash of Clans. Super into Clash of Clans. If you know Clash of Clans, the video game, the on the phone where you build like the bases, and Clash of Clans. We're super big into Clash of Clans. Little friend group, and we were like, "Hey, bro!" I think he was like the only one that wasn't in our clan at the time. And we're like, hey, bro, like you should get Clash of Clans. You can join our clan. We're all in it. Abel's in it. Jose's in the clan. Malcolm's in the clan. All sorts of guys are in the clan. Join the clan. And he says, nah, bro, I'm not allowed to play Clash of Clans. And I was like, what? How you not play Clash of Clans? Cause I know you play Call of Duty, bro. Like I know the games you play. Why can't you play Clash of Clans? And I remember he told us, he's like, oh, it's cause my um the sound the barbarians make when they die, bro, they make like a grunting noise, if you don't know. I'll try to put a clip in. He said the sound the barbarian, I think it was barbarian, might have been just the character, but the sound the barbarian makes when they die, my mom heard it and she thought I was watching adult films. So she says, hey, turn that off. And he just wasn't allowed to play Clash of Clans. And I remember I asked him, I was like, bro, like, just play with the sound off, bro, so she doesn't hear you. And he's like, no, my mom just doesn't let me. Uh, so I don't know. I don't know why his mom was tripping out about Clash of Clans. But knowing what I know about him now, it made sense. It made sense that she was like on top of him and his phone usage, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know what was up with my school, my school experiences. I don't know if this was like a global thing where everyone just kind of knew weirdos, or if only I knew weirdos. I don't know. But even experiences like the games we used to play, bro. Like I don't know if you guys had this. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna talk to y'all a lot because I don't have Abel and Jose with me. But let me know if you guys ever. I don't know if you guys had this game where you would play like rock paper scissors with somebody, and the winner would be like, hey, you lost, you have to go ask out this girl over there. Or some people were like, you gotta go ask out that guy over there. This is a different time. I don't think you could get away with that now. I don't I support everybody. Just gonna say that. But yeah, different time. So I was like, hey, you gotta go ask out that guy. And we're all like, no, so we're all super scared to lose. Um, but yeah, there's a game called Oreo. I don't know if you guys had it. Some people that I've talked to from different schools, obviously, they said they had it, or a variant of it. It might have been different name. We called it Oreo. Another one, and this one I've never heard anyone else say that they did it. So if you went to Jackson, bro, I can just say it, right? I went to that school. If y'all went to Jackson, you might know what I'm talking about. Jackson Middle School. If you know me personally, and you know. Well, we had the game that was called Left Nut, Right Nut. So basically, what it was, it's like you'd be walking in a group of three. So there's a guy in the middle or a girl, you know, gender inclusive, right? So it'd be person in the middle, or other even. You don't have necessarily have to be a boy or a girl. Super inclusive right now. So it'd be a person in the middle, and the person on the left would be like left nut. The person on the right would then say right nut, and then they would just start punching the person in the middle. They would start punching them, would start wailing on them, and the person in the middle, to get them to stop, they would have to say dick in the middle. You know, I don't know if you understood, but the left nut, the right nut, the dick in the middle. I assume you get it. So I don't know if you guys had this one either. There was just a ton of stuff like ton of stuff like that that I guess I thought was normal, and then I started like meeting, as I got older, I started meeting people that didn't go to the same school or even the same district or the same part of the country as me, and I would tell them about it like, hey, bro, like, cause I've always wondered like where this came from, like if everyone else did it or if it might have just been us, um, like if anyone else did it, and everyone that I ask, they just kind of look at me like this, and they're like, huh? Y'all did what? you know? Uh, so there was that. And I remember this one thing in elementary school too, where we were like little kids, probably like first grade. And I don't know if you remember the song from Barney the dinosaur. Barney the dinosaur, where it was like, I love you, you love me. I don't remember the official words, but I remember I always thought this was like the funniest thing in the world, where we'd be like, at the end, after that part, we'd be like, no, we'd be like, I hate you, you hate me, let's get together and kill Barney with the AK-47 or something, some inappropriate stuff, you know? And I remember because I saw this on Wikipedia or some other website where it was like this is like a it's like a phenomenon mm, where it happened like all over the the country or something. Like different people, they just kind of remember having it, and it was something that spread, without the use of the internet. Because I was in elementary school as like a toddler, or however old you are. Oh, you're like a little kid, like less than 10. So it would have been like the late 2000s for me. I was born in 2002. And yeah, so we didn't really have access to internet like that. Definitely not like we do now. Um, so yeah, I thought it was always interesting how that spread. Yeah, I feel like I always just kind of had like weird experiences. Maybe this one isn't even weird. Maybe I just wasn't aware of what was happening. But I remember this was in high school. This was like 10th grade probably. Like 10th grade, I was in Spanish class. I do in fact speak Spanish. You know, I was in Spanish class for like 3 years. Um, and I remember this was like the end of the year, so we weren't really doing anything. We were just watching movies, and we had like laptops issued to us from the library, so we could do our work. 'Cause they were transitioning like from paperwork to like online work. It was like when they had just started doing it. Um, and I remember I would just watch movies on the computer, and because we didn't have anything to do, we were just sitting there. The teacher, she would put on movies, but they were kind of whack. So I was watching a movie, appropriate film, of course. Um, I remember this girl, she sat in front of me, and I'm not gonna say her name. But she sat in front of me, and she turned around. She's like, "Hey, like, I forgot my laptop at home, and I just need to turn something in. It's due in like 30 minutes. Can can I borrow yours just to submit it? Like, I have the file and everything. I just need to log in and turn it in." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I'm a nice guy. I like to think so. Not all the time, but most of the time, I will try to help you out." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. Here you go." So I'm just sitting there, and she turns in her assignment or whatever. She's like, "Oh, thanks." And she didn't even give me the computer back, bro. Yeah, so she turns around and she's like, "Hey, look at this dog." She's like, "Oh, I'm finished, but look at this dog." And I'm like, "That's a pretty cute dog, actually." And she's like, "Yeah, I really like dogs, and I just like animals, in general." And I was like, "That's pretty cool." You know, I was just trying to get my computer back. I had my tab open. I was watching films, um, movies. And she's like, "But I don't know what's cuter, dogs or babies?" And I'm just like, you know, I wasn't having it, bro. I was trying to watch my films, my movies. And she looks up. What did she looked up? I think black babies. She was Mexican. This was like Spanish. This was a Spanish class, but for everybody who like in there who spoke Spanish, like it was like AP Spanish. We all like it was like if you took a English like a language arts class, an English class, in Spanish. So we did like essays and we did presentations and we had to do, I think I taught us already, where I had to do like a video for one of the classes, like a video project. It was in one of those classes. So we all spoke Spanish already. And she started showing me like black babies and Chinese babies and white babies. And I remember she didn't like white babies. She looked them up and she looked at like a couple pictures. She's like, nah, I like black babies better. Um, and it was like the whole class period, bro. There was like 20 minutes of just straight looking at babies. And she's like, oh, I think this baby's so cute. I like mixed race babies. And she was just showing me straight pictures of babies, bro. And I think I told a friend, I was like, hey, like this shit happened, bro, and I thought it was real weird. And she's like, she's probably into you, bro. And I was like, you think so? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. Um, so maybe if you know better than me, try to let me know, I guess. Maybe she wasn't into me. Maybe I just didn't pick up on the signals. But I don't know. She was just straight showing me pictures of babies, bro. Um, actually, I'm thinking about it. Maybe she was into me. She might have been, but I don't see the point of it. Like, what does she want me to do? She want us to have a baby? You think? What the fuck? I don't know, bro. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she was into me or not. Cause this could be like oh, girls have no game. Her game was showing me pictures of babies. I don't know what the goal was. Like, if it's a game, like if this was her way of like flirting or something. I don't know what the intended response for me was. Like what was I supposed to do in her mind, right? Mm. So maybe I am just overthinking it, and it was just like a innocent, like a I don't know. Actually, if she was an enemy, this is just even more weird. Cause why would you do this at all to anyone? Cause I've told people, I told my friend and she was like, "Well, I think she was into you, dude." And I was like, "For real? You think so?" And I remember I told my sister. Oh, shout out my sister if you're watching this. I told her like years after, and she's like, "Bro, like I think she just liked you." And I was like, "I don't know, cause what the fuck? Like, what was I supposed to respond with? Like, in her best case scenario, what do I do? You know? Was I supposed to be like, damn, what if we made a Mexican baby? What if we adopted a mixed race baby?" Uh, I don't know. I don't know what the plan was. I really don't know. um, so yeah, it's like there was always like really weird stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Not a good time reminiscing on past memories, past weird occurrences. I'm sure there's more. I just can't remember right now. So this might have a part two eventually when I remember. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this one. I thought it was cool. It's a little different. I know. It was different to make it for sure. There's a lot of a lot of weird moments that I'm like, all right, I gotta cut this part out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This this could be a fun little side thing that I do. Maybe Jose, if he's down, he would do like a solo thing, or Abel could do a solo thing. Just experimenting with different forms of content. Um, of course, this kind of came out like abruptly. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was supposed to record with Abel today, but medical things, prayers for Abel and Jose, had business to attend to. And I was thinking, I was like, damn, like what am I gonna do? Like I don't really have like a Like I didn't really have a backup plan, you know. Because I knew Jose would be out, but I didn't know Abel was gonna have an emergency or not emergency condition or that sounds bad still. I didn't know Abel was gonna have uh something come up, right? He's good though. I didn't know he was gonna have something come up, and I was like, damn, just gotta throw this together on the fly. And if you're at the end, I love you. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. You know, thanks for watching.